Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. Man, I am excited about today's video because we're gonna go do a little bit of creek fishing. I've not done any creek fishing in a while. Actually, I did. I went with John not too long ago, and we ended up having a ton of fun. And John actually ended up catching some really big fish, but just overall wasn't a super great trip. It was one of those trips where like you get a bunch of bites, but you don't put any of the bites into the bank, and that's kind of what ended up happening. But we're here, and we're going on a little creek fishing mission. Hopefully we don't get rained out today. It actually just started raining. I need to go close the door on my truck. But I got my Plano bag. I got 2 rods, 2 reels, got a topwater, got a jerk shad, where you've got the shoalie loaded up, about to go grab our paddle and our life jacket, and we're about to send it and see what happens. Now this creek, I've not been to in a while, but it's like the cursed creek. It's the creek that every time I go to it, it seems like something crazy happens. Last time I thought I found a dead guy, ended up being alive. That was a crazy video. The time before that, Josh and John went by themselves and got shot at, which they were way far up the creek, probably where they shouldn't have been. And then the time before that, several times before that. No, the time before that, I had COVID. And then the time before that, I put a hole in my kayak. So it's the cursed creek. So hopefully it's not too cursed today. We'll just have to find out. I have no idea. But yeah, we got our Plano bag, we got our rods, we got our reels. We're gonna go fishing. We're gonna see what we can get done. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are excited. And without any further ado, let's send it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the creek. Let's get down here and see what we can get done. I am excited. Good. Oh, crawdad. I am excited. Ah, my little creek boat. Love my little creek boat. So much fun, man. It's so much fun. Heck yeah. All right. Let's get after it and see what we can get done today. Sorry it's loud up under this bridge, but plan is to do a little bit of kayaking, a little bit of wading, just a little bit of everything. Just enjoy today, explore today, because I've not been down here in a while. Like I said, hot minute since we've been to this location and or been in this kayak for this matter. And so we brought a jerk shad, brought a spinning rod with a jerk shad on it, and then also brought a chopo, which is what we're going to start with this morning. Let's see if we can get them to bite it. But yeah, we're just going to enjoy ourselves, do a little bit of fishing, do a little bit of wading, do a little bit of exploring. Let's see if we can just run into something special.
Heck yeah. Old creek small, or spot. Heck yeah. I mean, stuffed it too, buddy. Heck yeah, guys. And that's just so pretty. I don't care if he's big or not. I think it's like the one thing, John was talking about this the other day in one of his videos, like when you come to a creek, you know, you obviously want to catch a big fish, but big fish for different bodies of water is so different. And for creeks, you know, I mean, like this is the average size fish. I mean, if you stumble into something that's 19, 20 inches long, that's like catching a 15-pounder on a lake. But just absolutely gorgeous. Just wading in the creek. I mean, it doesn't get much more pretty than that. Thank you, pal. I'll see you later. Get out of here. Heck yeah. All right. That's our first one that fell victim to the old jerk shad. I kind of figured the jerk shad probably be the move today. I wasn't entirely sure, but it has. There's another one. It's two in the same spot. Heck yeah. But the jerk shad always seems to do well in creeks. Always. What's this? We got a smallmouth now. Get a little mixed bag going here. Heck yeah. A little smallmouth. There we go. Little big guy. He's fun though. He's got those little parasites on him. That's probably not a smallmouth. With these spots in here, that's probably a mean mouth. And you can kind of tell just by the coloration on him. Probably he's got a patch on his tongue. Yeah, he's got a patch on his tongue too. So that's probably a first or second generation mean mouth. And so that's when the spots and the Alabama spotted bass or Alabama bass actually breed with the smallmouth that makes that, which is a mean mouth. Looks like a smallmouth, but because that little tongue patch, we know that that's actually a hybrid, which unfortunate, but they're here, so we catch them. Thanks, pal. We're grabbing our jerk shads here, but this is a brand new color. We actually got to grab a new one really quick, but we're grabbing our jerk shads really quick. But this is a brand new color from Berkley on the jerk shad. This thing's really designed for like blueback herring lakes. If you ever go to like Lanier or a place like that, these colors always do like chromes and stuff like that, especially on sunny days with those Alabama bass. But this color is called chrome something, chrome flash. So there you go. We'll stick these bad boys in our pocket because we're gonna need them today. But the old chrome flash jerk shad, I can promise you, we probably ain't seen nothing like that in these creeks, and probably one of the reasons they're eating so well. But that's two bass out of the same little spot there. We're gonna throw back in there and see if we can get another one to eat. There he was. Wasn't coming to get him to go again. I don't know what he was. It was something. There's a fish sitting right there. He must not be very big. He hit my jerk shad too and just hit that chopo. He must just not be very big, whatever he is. That's funny. And so that's kind of what we do with this time of year. It's a weird time of year. It's why bass fishing gets so tough, is just because it's such a transitional month. You know, we're transitioning between fall and summer. And so as that happens, these poor fish, some days, you know, they, like us, some days we get up and it's a low in the low 50s, and then by the end of the day it's into the 90s. And so these fish are like us. They don't know whether to get ready for summer, get ready for fall, or get ready for winter. And so that's kind of the deal. But I don't know, we're watching, we'll look at them, keep our eye on the radar more than anything. I mean, my big thing is I don't care to get a little wet. I mean, hell, I'm standing in water. It's the thunder and the lightning I don't like. So I think we fished this little hole out. I doubt it. There's probably a bunch of fish sitting in here. It's just, we got the two dumbest ones to actually eat something, but I think we're gonna hop back in the kayak and paddle up this little waterfall real quick. Skitty daddle up here. Do a little skitty daddling. A pretty good one. Oh, that's a better one. Hunchback. Heck yeah. Old creek bass. Oh. Old jerk shad again. That's a pretty decent little fish right there. Let's see how long you got. Just happen to have a board right here. Let's see. That one is 16 inches long. Ain't bad for a little creek. Heck yeah. Thanks, pal. Get you back. See you, man. Heck yeah. Thanks, pal. Oh, that little shady spot there. Sitting right where he should have been. Whatever that means, I guess. I think that fish came all the way off the bank. Oh, that's a little largemouth. Heck yeah, man. Well, that's cool. Well, then that's all three species in here. We got, well, we can count the mean mouth as a smallmouth, but that's three different species. A little chubby guy. Heck yeah, pal. Thanks, man. That's really, really cool. I was watching, I heard like this swim, like a kadoosh. I thought a bass was feeding up here on the bank, but I think it was this largemouth coming to eat my jerk shad. Thanks, buddy. That's awesome. Thanks, pal. That was fun. Heck yeah. That's another jerk shad here. The only downfall to these jerk shads is with all that flake, they're a little bit more they're a little softer. I wouldn't say softer. I think the flake, just with that much flake, the plastisol doesn't come together as good as it does when you're doing just solid colors. I actually learned that when I was still making my own baits. You know, make something with a ton of glitter in it. That plastisol just doesn't want to come together as well. But God, I love that color. The color looks so good. It's kind of the game you play. You know what I mean? Like the color just looks so freaking good. But you gotta kind of go through a few more. Well, that was fun though. Oh, there's a big fish right here. Big spotted bass. He saw me before I saw him. That's interesting. This place is normally loaded with fish. I really think, you know, last time I was here, which was way over a year ago probably, it was a hell of a lot hotter than it is today, but last time I was here I really didn't get into the better fish until I got down below this. It's like there was a bunch of flooding a couple years back, about a year back. A lot of what, like that hurricane, you know, that actually flooded North Carolina, what flooded a lot of this too, but not in the same devastating manner that it flooded in North Carolina. And I think a lot of these fish got push down. And I think that they're now living lower down in this creek. And these fish that lived up here, these bigger fish, and when I say bigger, like the biggest fish I caught out of this area was a 4.5 pound spotted bass. I think that they have just got pushed further and further down this creek. And you know, when you're talking about a creek, this is really a small environment for a bass to live in. And so, you know, when you get a population of big fish pushed out of an area, they're just gone. You know, I mean, so obviously there was that one 16-incher, but that's definitely not a giant. And so it's one of those things, is I think a lot of these fish have been moved down because of flooding and just different natural events. And that's kind of what happens a lot of the times. You know, we as humans don't think, you know, we don't often think about the big, like, macro dynamics of an environment, but like flooding is definitely something that for a fish can change everything about where they live. And either they leave because the flooding moves them, or they leave because there's something in the environment that changed. But we're gonna go on back down the creek here and keep on fishing and see what we can get done. Hopefully we can float all the way back, and we might have to get out. I see that, and we're already sticking it a little bit. See if we can shoot all these rapids. That'd be great. I'm lazy. I don't want to get out and walk on these rocks. Come on, we float. We float. Float for me, girl. There we go. There we go. Oh, got him. That's big. That's really big. There, he's just pissed. Oh, he's just pissed. That ain't even that big. Good fish though. Heck yeah, we missed him on the way in. Definitely didn't miss him on the way out. Heck yeah, that was awesome. He missed it that first time. I kept on working it. He crushed it that second time. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see what that one is. Let's see. 15 3/4. Heck yeah. So it's a 16 and a 15 3/4 out of this creek. That's pretty freaking good. That was awesome. I mean, he clocked it too. He clocked it. See you, pal. Heck yeah. Awesome, guys. First pass at it, he ate the tail off of it. And then second pass, he came and destroyed it. That fish, man, they just, I must have fished through there, because I fished the plopper through there, and they just did not want it. And so it must be a jerk shack kind of day. Something a little bit more settled in this creek. But like I said, there's a certain point in the year when they'll start eating topwater, and they just ain't eating it right now. They go, it's funny, like there's a point in the spring when it gets warm enough they start eating topwater, and then it's like it gets too warm, and then it cools back down again, and they start eating it when it gets back down to that certain point again really good. Now, that's not to say they don't eat topwater all the time, I mean, because they do, I mean, but just in the instance of these creeks, I'm saying there's a point at which it gets so hot that they quit eating topwaters, and then cools back down and they start eating topwater again. Pulled up here. We could go down a little ways. I don't know. I just don't know if I want to drag my kayak through all that. I'll just put it up right here. There. Grab these so we got them. I'm hungry. this little something real quick. A snack. We need our energy. We're gonna go down here and catch all these big fish. Our front mark out.
Alex did not go catch a bunch of big ones. He slipped and slid a mile down this creek and didn't catch a effing thing.
Well, that'll about do it right there. Shit. And all my hooks and everything are back at the kayak. Well, that about describes it right there. Hat sideways, glasses sideways. Just broke our leader and our bait off. And yeah, we've got to hike back to the kayak so that we can get more leader material, another hook, and re-rig. And we're probably going to pull out of this creek and go to another creek. I've hiked pretty good ways down here. I would say like a hike wade is the best way to describe what I did. And so we're going to squirrel our way back, get back up to the takeout, get our kayak loaded up, and go do something else. I don't know. This is, it's working. It's just not working really, really well. I mean, we've definitely caught some fish, but like I said, you know, everything has changed so much. Like, I guess this place flooded a heck of a lot worse than I thought it did. It's totally changed, like, the dynamic of this creek. And normally, like, each one of these pockets will have some decent fish in them, and they've just not. So we're gonna go try a little something different. We're gonna go hit a spot that we actually hit with John several weeks ago. That spot I told you we did pretty well at. We're gonna go probably down to that spot and see what's up. But just want to give you guys a quick update before we start our trudge back. And yeah, get back up there, re-rig, and see what we can get done. Alrighty guys, here we are. Spot number 2. On the old wading shoes on. Be proud. I have a pair of wading shoes now. After much bitching and moaning by many of you guys of me wearing sandals. I bought a pair. And I'll be honest, they're alright. But I mean, like, it doesn't make a huge difference when wading, in my opinion. Like, it's not like they're any grippy or anything like that. I mean, if you want to have, you know, like more grip and all that, you gotta have a set of almost wading boots, like with the spikes and all that. And I mean, they're nice, but they're not the greatest thing in the world. But here we are, spot number 2. Like I said, it's the spot that I fished with John the other day, and ended up getting a bunch of bites on a glide, but only hooked one of them. And so there's a ton of fish in here, and they're big fish too, because every fish that swiped at that glide and the one that I caught were all really good ones. The one that I caught was probably 19, 20 inches long out of a little creek, which is really, really cool. But we're gonna sneak down here, get down here, see what we can get done, see if we can catch some fish. Got the little jerk shad again. I think that's gonna be the bait of the day. Got some extra jerk shads in the pocket, some batteries for my camera, because I forgot those when we were wading down that creek a minute ago, and we are going to see. And so yeah, let's do it. Good Lord, the grasshoppers. Yellow. Oh, right there's a big largemouth. Lord have mercy. Huh. It's a really big largemouth. All right, here's a spot. Huh. The largemouth on the spot, both sitting right there. These fish, I don't know if you can see them. Let's see if I can walk over here so you guys can see them. Right here sits one. He's literally right there. Let's see if I can ease over here too. Yeah, like literally right there. That's him. And then there's 2 more down in here with him. That is so weird. Huh, it's like totally inactive. Really strange. Well, let's hope they, I mean, good Lord, there's like a school of them right here. Look at them swimming right here. Right here. There's one. There's one. There's another one. There's a smaller one. It's all swimming right here. It's so weird. I think sometimes I just don't want to participate. Oh, well guys, this is fascinating. Ain't this just a geographical oddity? Man, they just ain't biting. I don't know what the deal is. Like I said, this creek is like really low, like almost no water flow, which is strange because it's been raining like crazy lately. And they just ain't running good. Normally, you got to have a little bit of flow. I think it pulls some of these bass up here. Now, there was some bass down in that lower part, so we'll probably start heading back down there and see if we can get a couple bites down in that little bit deeper water right before it goes into the lake. But there ain't any fish right here. It's the weirdest thing. There's another waterfall up there, but I just don't think it's worth walking all the way up there. I mean, because normally if you've not got a bite by now, normally means you're not going to get a bite between here and there. But yeah, man, dadjimmit, I don't know what the deal is. Oh, look, prickly pears, that's cool. But yeah, let's start making our way back down. Alrighty then. Then once you get up here, you just walk around like you own the place. Somebody says something to you, hey, how you doing? Good to see you today. It's been a while. You just talk to them like they're your friend, and oftentimes you can get in and out of places with no problems. All right, here we go. Spot number 3. Let's see. There gotta be some fish to be caught somewhere. You'd think. Or not. Probably be just my luck. There we go. Finally. Little bitty guy. That's funny. There we go. Little itty bitty guy. I just love it though. Like urban creek. Literally apartment complexes right there catching bass. They live in here. That's awesome. Thanks, buddy. Well, some days are great, some days are good, some days are decent, some days you get the skunk. Fortunately today we did not get the skunk. It was a great day, to be totally honest. You know, you can good, decent, whatever, but any day that you're outside enjoying God's nature, enjoying fishing, it's a great day. It's a great day to be alive, and it's a great day to go fishing, like I say oftentimes. And I can't get down about a day like today. And so I'm so glad you guys clicked on this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you like the creek fishing stuff, let me know. I don't do it a lot, but when I do it, I always enjoy it. It's fun. It's just a complete change of pace from getting on the boat or even getting on the big kayak and going and fishing. And so, yeah, we got some cool stuff coming up too. Got a River Wars tournament for the Tin Cat and a River Wars tournament of my own. If you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, all that kind of stuff, you guys will have seen that I've been posting about the River Wars tournament coming up. If you've not signed up, this video should be out before then, but that tournament is August 23rd, so make sure to go on TourneyX, sign up if you're in the Knoxville area. It'll be any moving body of water within 100 miles of check-in. So really cool opportunity to go and fish, to catch some big fish, to fish your river fishing honey hole. And yeah, but yeah, as always, you guys are sweet. We will see you later. Bye.